In today's episode, we will be talking about the story of William Morgan, the man who risked it all to reveal the Masonic secrets. I will retell his amazing story of how he infiltrated the Freemasons undercover to expose their secrets and published it all in a book called The Mystery of Freemasons and the Illustration of Masonry. Two books I bought some time back that I've been using to help me expose the truth about Masonry. In the 1800s, William Morgan joined the Freemasons in Canada, going through the first 3 degrees and becoming a Master Mason. By 1825, William managed to receive the Royal Arch degrees, which is essentially the 7th degree in Masonry. After this, William kept climbing in Masonic degrees, learning their rituals and secrets. Eventually, the Masons became suspicious of William as something about him seemed off to them, so they began to question him on his purpose in Masonry. This is when William ended up telling the truth about his involvement in the lodge, something that would eventually end up costing him everything. William told the Masonic leaders questioning him that he had been secretly documenting their Masonic secrets and rituals, letting them know that he had cut a deal with a local newspaper publisher owned by a man named David Miller. David Miller himself tried to join the Masons to document their secrets, but he was kicked out of the organization after only the first degree. William had been documenting every ritual he had participated in. The Masons didn't like this one bit and quickly went into cleanup mode. Not long after William told the Masons he was revealing their secrets, they attempted to get rid of his publisher Miller and his print shop, as Miller's shop caught fire mysteriously after announcing the book. After this, the Masons went after William as he would get arrested on trumped-up charges of non-payment of a loan and for stealing a shirt and tie. When David Miller heard the news, he headed down to the jail to bail William out. Not long after this, William was once again falsely arrested, this time for failure to pay a $2 tavern bill. While he was in jail, the jailer took a quote-unquote break right as a group of Freemasons arrived at the jail. The jailer's wife then released William and gave custody of him to the group of Masons. These men then loaded William onto a boat heading towards the Niagara River, and William Morgan was never seen again. It is believed that when the Masons took William on the boat, they most likely made him go overboard. Honestly, if you ask me, that's exactly what happened. After they got rid of William, the Masons expected the book not to be released, but Miller still went ahead and released the book, exposing the Masons' secrets. Even though some Masons deny having anything to do with the disappearance of William, Masonic members were indeed arrested for their involvement, with a man named Eli Bruce serving 24 months for the crimes against Morgan. 3 other Masons, Lonton Lawson, Nicholas Cheeseborough, and Edward Sayer, were convicted of taking part in the crimes and also served light sentences. When the world heard the story of William Morgan, the book ended up becoming a bestseller in the 1800s. The story of William even ended up spawning a new presidential party dedicated to the opposition of Masonry called the Anti-Masonic Party. People had seen what the Masons were willing to do to protect their secrets, and they realized that all presidents have been Freemasons and no longer wanted the leader of our country to be a Masonic puppet. This is why to this day, the Masons don't reveal which presidents since have been Masons. Eventually, the Masons managed to get rid of the Anti-Masonic Party. They made sure to hide themselves for a long period of time in order to clean up their public image. They also started doing charity and donations to change their public perspective. Eventually, people forgot all about the book, and the Masons got back to business as if it never even happened. To this day, most people don't even know who William Morgan is. They don't know that they can, to this day, purchase that book that William Morgan risked it all to release. This is the book that William was eliminated for, and I see exactly why they didn't want this information out there, as it exposes all of their rituals and secret phrases, which we'll be going through in a bit.